most are fucking bunk. So you got to figure out, and this, so like this one, if you're a stoner and you know where to get these, $24 out the door, you take advantage of that shit. I'm just being your buddy.
Yeah.
Most are fucking bunk.
Oh
So
shit.
you got to
Okay,
figure
we
out,
live. Let
and
me,
this, so like this one, if you're a stoner and you know where to get these,
Oh, hold on.
24.
My bad. Let me mute that.
No, you're good. I got to do mine too.
All right. Let's see.
No, that's not right now. You went live?
I went live right now. Yeah. I just hit live.
How come my shit's not? Oh, there we go. All right, I got it. So let me mute my shit. Am I muted and booted? I'm tuned in. I'm in my mode. Yeah, I'm muted. Oh, that was your shit. All right, I'm muted.
All right, dog. Here we go. Let me pull the chat over.
Big old fucking ripper on the fucking. So what am I on? Like a 3-second on delay?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, that's usually like 3 to 5 seconds.
Let me see.
All right, cool. I don't think anything can get in anything's way. I think we're good. I got fucking. All right.
I'm on like a 20-second delay.
Are you really?
Yeah. Watch this.
All right.
Let me find out before you start. Let me find out how long my delay is. I'm gonna do a stopwatch. You ready?
Yeah. Now the guys.
No, I put my finger up like that. And then I started the little stopwatch right over here.
Let's see.
There's fucking 10 seconds. And I'm fucking my phone right there. Let's see. Boom, 19.27-second delay.
All right. So if you guys are joining us right now, we're on anywhere from a 5-second delay to a 20-second delay, because I mean, I'm only on a few second delay, and El Kakui just said that he's like on a 20-second delay. So if the feedback comes in and we're not getting to it right away or whatever, or don't think we're ignoring you, we're just trying to keep up with the delays in here.
Well, not only that, this Sea Junkie and this Alien Lab got me on delay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. It's gonna warn you up front.
Oh, you know what? Let me see. I can fuck with this. All right, cool. Let's go. Anyway, fuck it. Let's get started. Oh, tell me if you hear bass line before I want you to fucking feel the vibes too.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the flavor.
Yeah, I can hear bass line.
You got bass line.
Prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul.
I'm prepared for the journey.
We'll come over.
I'm gonna start burning. Yeah, okay, bass line, I got you.
In the 757.
What up, everybody? Here we go. The after show, but later, episode number 225. It's your boys D. It's El Kakui. Bobby Tipton is the first one here, and we have lots of stuff to get to today. We were just saying you might be on anywhere from a 5-second delay to a 20-second delay, but if the feedback's here, we're coming in.
We're after show, but delayed.
Yeah, the after show. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So, yeah. I don't know, man. Where do you want to get started? Covino and Rich were off because Rich wanted to take his family to Disneyland. So, but we had a solo Covino Fox Sports radio show. So, where do you want to get started? So much to get to.
I got a couple clips. You want to hear some clips?
Sure.
All right. Well, let's start with this one. It's a "Have Kids," they said clip.
It's a new year and a new me, by the way.
New year, new you.
I am not wearing sweatpants in 2024.
Ever?
Liar.
Well, not ever, to the gym and maybe around the house, but because of COVID,
you would still get it cozy, right?
I was wearing sweatpants 7 days a week. I would go to Fox Sports every
sweatpants. So my question is, with that being said, because it's true, we all know that. The show knows that. Everyone knows that. Who important said something that made him check himself? Because obviously he didn't listen to none of us.
I can tell you who. Exactly who.
Who?
Freaking the dudes at Fox Sports. Because they
went. Who?
It was a gang of them. So what happened was, a couple of weeks ago they had to film something. So after work, or when they got to the actual, they got to the studio to record Fox Sports. They were like, "Oh, Sweatpant Boy is wearing pants or some shit."
Oh, what's gonna?
So they were bagging on him, saying, calling him Sweatpant Boy or whatever the hell, and yeah, so I think it was just a gang of them that were bagging on him that made him a little insecure.
Well, and what he should do is listen to us, because we're trying to look out for him. We're not saying it to be a dick. Like,
yeah,
I like Rich. If I ever say anything criticizing or in disagreement or I would have did this or whatnot, it's because that's what I would have did. It doesn't mean that I respect him less or I don't like Rich or he's wrong. It doesn't mean any of that. I'm just giving my opinion on something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes you should listen to some of that. I mean, you just should. It's one thing to be true to yourself and to do your own thing and have your own flavor, but if you're going to argue that wearing sweatpants all the time is that's your argument, you're going to lose.
Yeah, no, 100%. And you know what? They were talking about your pant size and the pants you're wearing and all this shit because Mauser made a comment about I wear the same pants I wore my junior year of high school or some shit. And then Rich was like, I don't know what Rich said. And Covino goes, yeah, he's like, it's kind of hard to tell if you still fit into the same pants when all you wear is sweats all day.
Uh,
I was like, very true. Very true.
That's true. And I think there's a time and place. Like I never used to really wear sweats. But I do at home, you know what I mean? And like if I'm gonna hit drive through or something, I might not change out of them. But best believe if I gotta walk my ass inside or someone's gonna actually see me, I'm not wearing sweats. Unless I'll tell you this, I got some Calvin Klein joggers that cost like 90 shanks, and those fuckers are dope. They're lightweight and they look fly and they're fucking joggers. I might get caught wearing a pair of those, but that's about it.
Look, did you see what Andrew Fournier is saying? He's saying that first Rich, because he did deny them. We all remember when they went on the trip to Denver and they were with Handsome Gabe and Jaime Tavares. Rich was like, I don't wear them. I don't wear them. It was just because of A, B, and C. And now he's saying that he wore them 7 days a week. That's why he's not going to wear them anymore. You know?
But my thing to him is like, your kid is 6, gonna be 7, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't give up now. If you're gonna go into that mode, be 55 when she's like at the end of high school, and you're like, okay, I've almost done part of this job, right? I've almost got her into adulthood. Like you can't be the sweatpant dad at when she's 7.
Yeah.
You know what I
feel
mean?
you. Yeah.
She needs you to be cool, and you are cool. You work at Sirius, you work at Fox. I mean, you got cool shit going on. Represent yourself that way. And what I did hear though on that same episode, he told Nicole that him and Sarah, after going to Pismo Beach and San Luis Obispo, which if he would have hit me up, I would have told him where the dope shit's at. I'm gonna get off task real quick. There's a place called the Madonna Inn. And if any of you players out there ever
They talked about it.
Bro, it's the caveman. You got to get the caveman suite. There's a caveman suite there, and there's a rock shower, and like I feel like I just fucked Captain Caveman.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to have a rock shower, but
Bro,
actually, you know what would be dope?
You know what you do?
What?
You hang out with the lady, you have a couple of drinks all night, and you take her in the shower and you mount her like a fucking caveman.
That how is the flooring?
It's like a rock shower. It's dope, guy. It's dope. It's a cave.
No, but
it's the caveman suite. You take her in there and pow, pow, pow.
But I'm saying,
man.
is it like all bumpy, like rocks?
Nah, you're good.
No, I would want it bumpy because I feel like it'd be a massage on your feet.
Hey, then you know what? I got a Kukui tip for you. Stop by Walmart and get you some $5 flip flops and wear those things in there.
I guess, yeah, they'll be kind of bumpy, right?
You'll be all right.
Hey, you know what they talked about, Doug, that I haven't heard? Like they straight up unlocked a memory for me.
What's that?
I don't like to say the unlocked bullshit because it annoys me, but they really did. They talked about
like Master Lock. Do you got a key? What kind of key was it?
They talked about clear cell pads and Stridex. Do you remember, Dog? Do you remember all that shit from like the fucking 90s?
Yeah, that's for your pimples. You had the Stride. Well, I mean, I never used the cream, but I mean, fuck, when I was a little pimple, I had some pimples, not a lot, but I mean, I had a couple pimples, and you feel the pressures of school. And I had the pads, the little alcohol pads or whatever they were.
I didn't. I thank God, Dog. My brother, he dealt with that shit a lot. He had all that shit to try and clean up your face and shit or whatever. Thank God I never had that fucking issue with I mean, fuck, I think God was like, I'm gonna make this dude fat. I might as well fucking give him clear skin, you know? So fucking but my brother was all fit and shit. He was a wrestler, a basketball player, but he had fucking acne. So I'm like, there's a fucking trade-off, you know?
Yeah, I never had it real bad. But like I said, even if you got two pimples as a kid, you didn't like that shit. So the first thing you did is tell your parents and then they go old school and tell you to get some rubbing alcohol or fucking peroxide or whatever you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And if that don't work,
You put some
I don't
fucking
know.
toothpaste before you go to bed. Put a little dab of
They
toothpaste on it.
they say that too.
Mm-hmm.
Madonna used to say pee.
I remember when I was like in like 8th grade, I had my hair not long, but decent long. I fucking put toothpaste in my hair and I made some like fucking fake dreadlocks. It looked pretty dope.
Did you bleach the tips?
Nah, I'll show you a
Oh.
picture one day. They look pretty fucking cool.
All right. What up, Andrew? What up, Juice?
Oh, Juice is here, and he actually got a picture of his face now.
Damn
Before
it.
it was just a fucking, it was just a little fucking avatar picture, whatever. But here we are. But Doug, no, the Stridex pads. Do you know what Jewish sideburns are?
Cat Williams
Nah, dog.
with the points.
I was listening to a podcast, and they had basically like, they had a friend in need that they addressed from Reddit, and it
Okay.
was about this dude was like, how do I let my lady know that I don't like her hairy ass? and
I
then
know.
fucking
That's a tough one.
it was Theo Vaughn and Shane Gillis were talking about it, and Theo was like talking about, I guess the chick on the forearm or some shit was like hairy on the inside of her butt cheeks, and then Theo was like, you know what that's called? Those are called fucking Jewish sideburns. And I was like,
Oh fuck.
oh, so if you're ever with a chick and she's got that hairy inside butt, that's
That's not what I call
Jewish
them.
sideburns.
I call them something different.
What do you call that?
They're fucking thigh burns because they're hiding behind your thighs.
Fuck no, dog. I just call that nasty.
Sideburn.
Oh, that's
No, you just what you say is listen, babe, ooh, when we do it, man, you're fire. Your kuka, whew, that thing fucking makes mac and cheese noises, and I love it. But when I'm down there, I've noticed a couple strays.
no, they said it was more than a couple of
No, but
strays.
you don't tell her that. You just say I noticed a
Oh, you
couple of
tell her.
I noticed a couple of strays, and I was just wondering, is there any way they could go away?
You need me to fucking pay for you to get? I'll send your ass to the
I'll
fucking
chase them. I'll
down the
chase them
fucking
out of there.
street.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
if
yeah.
not, I understand.
But
Hey.
yeah, how do you address that? I think that's a good friend in need. How do you address sensitive shit with your lady or with your partner, no matter lady, man, whatever? But
Oh, you're not going to call for what it was? How do you ask your lady to wax her asshole?
I think it
You
said something.
you buffered that really nice. I got to give you a lot of credit there.
Yeah, hey, I'm a professional. But they had said it very like raw on the fucking, because it's a Reddit forum, right? They don't give a fuck on Reddit.
Andrew said Rich would divorce her, and you're probably
100%.
right.
Well, Doug, did you hear that conversation where they were talking about if your lady gained weight or whatever, and would you leave her? And then fucking Cavino was like, yeah, he was like, Sarah would probably leave Rich, but she'd probably be a little more understanding than Rich would be if Sarah gained the weight. And I was like, a little. Do you remember when she was pregnant? Rich would talk about how he was like basically like disgusted by her. Like, oh no, we fucking like he just not.
I was always turned on, but I'm like, even more. I don't know. It fucking did something for me when she was all big like that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And like, dog, it wasn't even like Sarah got all fat when she was pregnant. She just had the belly. That's all she had. And Rich had a very fucking juvenile take on it. He was like, oh no, it's because there's a baby in there. I'm like, Rich, shut the fuck up. You think she's disgusting when she's pregnant? Admit it and move on.
Remember when he didn't want her to go back to her natural hair color? He wanted her to stay a blonde.
I don't remember that, really.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to Google it or search it or fucking ask him.
Dog, you're fucking baked.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just see you're fucking. You just have this lingering smile on, and you're fucking. You just look like you're enjoying life.
I'm in a good mood. Life's good.
Hey, you know what? Juice said, dog. Fucking throw some nair on there.
I mean, you could.
If your lady is one of them, she got them Jewish sideburns. Throw some nair on it. I guess
just
you
offer
can.
to. Hey, you know what you do? Here's what you do. So you get your massage lotion in one hand, you offer to give her a massage, and then you act like it's going to be a freaky massage, right? And it's just right at the other end. You have this little travel size that would fit on a plane filled with Nair, and you just fucking squirt it in there, rub it in.
Can you imagine how gross that would be? You're like this, Doug, and then fucking your hands are just like,
slithering her through her asshole hair.
Dog, like you ever fucking shave and you're over the sink trying to put the water for all the shit to go down, and sometimes you kind of just wash your hand?
No, you know what I do? I do it different. I got a different tactic.
What?
So what I do is I do a dry shave, right? But I lean over the sink so the sink catches it all. Then I get a toilet papers, wet it a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot, and then collect as much of the dry bullshit as I can and throw that in the fucking fucking
That's a good tactic. I've done that before. I mean, there's
the toilet.
plenty of years that I've been shaving a lot of things. So I feel like you've had different trials and errors, and trying not to clog this and trying to do
Nicks
that, and
and
maybe
cuts.
you know what, I'll take a little dirt devil to it, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if your chick's ever rocking the Jewish sideburns, you got to tell her, baby, I need you to rock the cholo. Do you know what the cholo is?
I do not. You're gonna have to help me
The
out.
cholo is when they're rocking the fucking cholo haircut. And what do cholos rock? That bald head, right?
Well, some of it. Nah, I know a lot of vatos that use pantyhose, and their shit's fucking cut a one, but it fucking lays down. You don't know those fuckers or what?
Even yeah, fuck even dog, even you know how many times like dog,
It's
I
like
even
that
found
stubble. How did you comb that back?
dog, I was cleaning the other day and I found a couple that I have still.
Really?
And I found a fucking do-rag in my trunk the other day.
Little wave cap or what?
Yeah, dog, you fucking never know, because I was like, fuck, I need a haircut. And sometimes you got to push your shit down, make it look decent.
You do the pantyhose. You can do the ghetto pantyhose too.
Yeah, well, I used to do that back in the day, like especially if like I was growing my hair out and I was gonna flip it back, throw that bitch on at night, fucking yeah, dog. You're unlocking memories now, dog.
Fuck yeah, you Tres Flores or what?
Hell yeah.
Or your LA or your LA looks from
dog,
Dollar Tree. Which one?
My fucking favorite memory of like second, third grade, is like when you had the three flowers and you had the fucking that fucking belt with like your initial on it in Old English. That was dope.
I remember those. I never had one of those. I never did
it?
the belt. I know, I did. I wasn't a belt guy as a little kid, but Tip Dog had the crop top back in the day.
The crop top.
It was
are you serious?
It was like spiky or crazy on top, and it kind of fucking went. It was almost like the Will Smith, but with spikes.
I thought you meant the crop top, like from fucking like the shirt that they would wear like in breaking movies and shit, like breakdancing movies.
No, I don't think he ever wore those kind of.
I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, no, he doesn't do that. No, but
yeah, but what happened this week, Doug? What
I got some more clips.
Let me hear.
All right. And let me explain. The reason I'm doing this is so we can hear it straight out of the cat's mouth, right? We're not regurgitating. Yeah, we're not regurgitating shit. So hold on, let's see.
It's one of my kids because I can guarantee.
Let me do that again.
We're here.
Oh, what's gonna happen is I'm for certain that I'm blaming this one of my kids because I can guarantee.
Rich,
we're here.
Oh, what's gonna happen is I'm for certain that I'm blaming this one of my kids because I can.
What's he blaming on his kids?
I don't know. I forgot because, like you said earlier, I'm enjoying life too much. And I cut it off too early in the video. But that's a scumbag move. Have you ever did that? Like, have you ever blamed the kid for something you did?
I don't think so, but I'm trying to think because I want to give an honest answer. I just don't want to go with the generic. Nah, I would never. No, I don't think I have. Oh, I know when I jokingly fucking blame shit on my daughter is when I fart.
Really?
I might fucking drop one and be like, Kennedy, what the hell is wrong with you? She fucking dog. She gets so pissed. She looks like she's gonna whoop my ass.
Well, I don't be doing that, so
you don't fart?
Not in front of nobody.
You ain't never let one slip on accident?
Maybe when I'm asleep, but if I can squeeze my cheeks together, no.
Yeah, well, I can't.
I don't want to let out a slow roaster in front of my lady and it fucking smell like rotten eggs. And then
I'm not saying your lady. I'm saying
you didn't make her Jewish sideburn curl.
You didn't say in front of your lady. It could have been in front of anybody, Doug. I might drop a fart in front of fucking on somebody. I don't know.
I'll fart in front of you. No fucking problem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you were in front of, front and then blame it on your kid,
And I'll set you up. We'll walk through the casino. If I'm leading the way, I'll let them rip, bro. So you get the blame. Yeah, I'll do all that. But I'm not farting in front of my lady.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But you got any more clips? I know you said you had some shit.
I do.
So much so that
there we go. Finally,
I genuinely go through like a
like football blues after the Super Bowl, because then until baseball, get a grip, bro. It's like, what do you do? Like every day, what are you thinking about? I'm excited. 74 days, 70.
Doug, okay, first of all, I have a couple of thoughts on that.
All
Let me
right.
hear yours though, because you're the one that recorded the clip.
I get the Blues absolutely. I get basketball, so that doesn't bother me at all. But after the NBA Finals in June, I'm fucked until at least Hard Knocks comes out.
Yeah. I
I just
get
am.
no. And for me, when football ends, you know what? Actually, you brought up a good point, because when football ends, I don't get the blues because I like basketball. I don't
Yes.
want to say more than football, but it's up
Almost
there. It's right.
if
It's right
it's
there.
it's enough where I'm good to focus on only basketball, because right now basketball is not my focal point because it's the beginning of the season and obviously football winds down. So even though I like them damn near the same, right now the attention, I mean, playoff games, you don't get to see those again. The Warriors are going to
Hey,
play the Lakers 2 more times this year.
your fucking Warriors just lost their assistant coach. Motherfucker died of a heart attack.
I seen that, man. And
That
shit,
sucks, dog. He was only like 40 something, right?
yep,
Yeah, he was in his fucking like mid to late 40s. I'm like, damn, that blows.
that does blow. And it happened at a team dinner.
But you know what though, dog? You know one thing that kind of keeps me going year round is the UFC.
I was going to say that.
They got their shit. So it's not. I don't know.
And boxing.
I'm trying to think of.
Boxing too. They've had some good matches in 2023. There were some great matches.
I'm trying to think of how I would put it, because football is more intense because there's less games, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, like when you watch like UFC or something, freaking they might only have 10 15 fights in their whole career. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. UFC, like you said, in boxing will get me going until the baseball playoffs, you know, because I'm not really a baseball
and the All-Star
fan.
game. I'll watch the home run derby and the
So
All-Star game.
I won't really fuck with that, but I'll watch the playoffs, the World Series. But since
Call me when we're down to 4 teams. 4 teams, give me a call.
hell yeah. Oh, you know what? That reminds me, dog. I need to play some bets like at the beginning of the season on who's gonna win the fucking World Series. Because even if they don't, but they advance pretty far, you can cash out.
Okay.
That's what I did with the Phillies and the Diamondbacks last year.
That's pretty dope.
But
what up,
real
Luis?
quick, fucking he needs to find something else to gamble on. Oh, you know what? That is true. That's probably why Rich gets the blues, because when there's 100 and some odd baseball games, you can bet 12 times a day.
But the NBA to me is more predictable than the NFL.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Speaking of the NFL, they did bring up a good question. Would you pay for the Super Bowl? And part two of the question, if so, how much would you be willing to pay?
Whatever it took. That's silly.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be happy about it. And let's not even
But you would
entertain
do
that
it.
bullshit. Let
Yeah.
me just tell you no for the sake of argument, but let me tell you a little secret. Yes. And
Yeah, exactly.
I'd pay whatever they asked within reason.
Of course, it's like the
No,
general.
I take that back. I would pay up to $99.95. And after that, I would just figure it out.
Yeah, 100%. I feel you. Yeah, if it's the Super Bowl, and think about it, dog. Usually, you're not gonna watch the Super Bowl all by yourself. You might, even if it's between like a few people, maybe you, Chapo, right? You and Chapo go 50-50. There now it's only $49 each, you know?
I got a theory though. That bullshit they tried with Peacock, and you heard it here first, hopefully, because I ain't heard it nowhere. This is my theory. All right. But I got a theory. What they pulled with Peacock was a social experiment to see if the question you just asked is feasible.
You know what? And I think it is, because look how many people they had. What, 100 and some odd million viewers?
It ain't about the numbers jumping up for the total number of Peacock. It's the number jumping up once they made the announcement that the only way you're watching that game is to subscribe to Peacock. The moment they made that announcement, they're judging the subscription total from what it was as they made it to what it was after the game. Because everyone canceled it. I know I did. I already canceled my shit. But I mean, that's gonna tell you. So I don't know what the threshold that they're looking for. Is it 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, 5 million? but they're looking for a barometer, a meter, bro, of something. They're gonna do it again. That ain't
Yeah,
something you do once and never do again.
that's exactly. Did you read Luis's comment? Is that why you said that?
Uh-uh.
Because he put their testing in the waters. That's why they put that game on Peacock. 100%. That's
Yeah.
100% what they did. And we all took the bait. So you know what? It may
I
not
didn't
be
take the
next year.
bait. No, there's no hold on. For me, I didn't take the bait. I know exactly what the fuck they're doing. There's no question. They did not hoodwink me. None of that. But to me, it was an important enough game. And for the $5.99 it cost, I was not going to be a fucking cheapskate, not spend $6 and try to fucking Cody or look at that shit on TikTok.
So you took the bait.
I didn't take the no, I didn't take the bait.
Because,
The
well,
bait
you
is
pay.
the bait to
What's the
me
bait?
would be as if you just didn't know any better. I knew exactly what I was getting and I was willing to do it. They're just shady as fuck. And
Yeah, well then I guess take the bait is maybe not the correct way to say it. They were because I guess they wanted to see how many people are willing to do it, right? So and there's people that didn't know, there's people that knew, but I don't know.
well, look at what Juice said though. So check it out. He said, and I'm gonna add something to this. He said, I already have Peacock to watch WWE events. I let like 5 friends use my Peacock app and couldn't watch it because too many streams. But here's the thing: like, how many of those friends got to watch it because you let them use the app, right? So these numbers that they're getting are probably they're not even true. They're like deflated instead of inflated. You know what I'm saying? How many people did pass their passcode out, and what could the numbers truly have been?
That's why I didn't even fuck with Peacock, because some people like Danny G from Fox Sports Radio, he said that his stream was actually fucking up because Peacock couldn't handle all the bandwidth of everybody watching it. So you know what I did, being a
Call
baller
and
on a
complain.
budget. Louis said his cable subscription gives it to him for free.
Oh, there you
Well,
go.
I don't have that baller cable. I didn't pay Peacock. I just went to the fucking website that I told Juice about a couple episodes ago,
Yep.
the streamies.to, and I watched that bitch for free and perfect, 1080, 100 fucking, what is it? 4K, whatever the fuck they are now.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's
Xfinity.
crazy? I just got a tip dog fucking watching Eastbound and Down.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah. Have you seen all the series or no?
Not all the series. I saw the first couple of seasons though.
That's just so funny.
That's a good ass show.
Yes, it is.
You know what's another show that is in the same, I feel like same fucking ballpark as that? That's
What's
fucking
that?
funny,
What's that?
dumb funny, fucking Trailer Park Boys. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen that shit?
I've seen clips of it.
Doug, like it's fucking there's a clip. There's a guy named Ricky, right? He's this fucking fat, like redneck dude. I think they're in Canada.
Okay.
And he's like, it's fucking funny, dog. He's talking about buying his daughter a car,
Mhm.
and he's like, yeah, it's what you do, and this, dog. And they show
Right.
she's like 13 and they're in the trailer park and it's some piece of shit and she's driving it and he's like, fuck it. Like, and it makes me laugh because it shows it's like dumb funny. It puts shit into perspective, Some
Uh-huh.
people are like, damn, I can't get my daughter a fucking Beamer. What am I gonna do? This dude gets her a piece of shit. She's only like 13, and it's just everything about it's fucking funny. So yeah, Trailer Park Boys to me is in that same ballpark as Eastbound and Down.
I knew a cat when I was going to Marimani Elementary. Bones knew him too. His name was Tete. Anyways, he used to ride at like 13. He'd ride up to the school to pick up his little. Yep. No. No. But he would ride up to the school in a little Honda Spree. He had speakers mounted on it, bro, bumping jams and shit, like slow jams, and he'd ride up on his little scooter.
Doug, do you remember
That was
that
the
shit? Like,
80s.
do you remember when people would do that to bikes and they would actually throw
Oh
like a
yeah.
system on their bikes?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god! But real quick, just to answer Juice's question from a few comments up, he said, "Who's winning the UFC this weekend?" I think Sean Strickland. I told before he
Who's he
was gonna
fighting?
fight. He's fighting Duplessis. I don't know how to say his name, dog. Some foreign dude, but it's gonna be a dope ass fight. But one thing that I said, before he fought Israel Adesanya, I told my buddy, because my buddy's from New Zealand. He loves Israel. And I told him, dog, I'll never bet against Sean Strickland. That guy's
Okay.
just fucking
A maniac.
he's a maniac. So I'm like, I'll never bet against him. When
Something
it
wrong with
came
that dude.
when it came to the fucking fight with Israel Adesanya, Israel was like minus 700 or something. I go, fuck. I go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put some money on Israel. And look what happened. So I know it's gonna be a good fight, Juice, but I got my money on Sean Strickland again.
There you go. There you have it.
Just started Letter Kenny is the best Canadian show. I've heard that, Andrew, but
What's it about?
I've only seen clips, so I couldn't tell you, but I've heard that a lot, that people love that shit.
Okay. Letter Kenny, huh?
Or what about Shoresy on Hulu? I don't even know what the hell that is.
Uh-uh.
A Canadian hockey show. And Juice isn't even in Canada. So I mean, it's not biased, right?
I bet he says, hey.
Who, Juice?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know. Oh, what else?
I got another clip.
Let me hear it.
Someone wanted Steve Covino to be the new morning radio guy in fucking Buffalo, Saskatoon, somewhere where it's frigid, cold, and like that, where Narzan rides his fucking snowmobiles up in the mountains. What's your price? Is it like, you got to pay me millions to do that? Like what?
At least $1 million.
But even then you might be like,
that?
I don't know. Then would you ever live in that type of?
You know how great my days are sometimes? I'm grumpy as hell, and I still acknowledge, what a fucking great day.
Yesterday
So,
when I
want to trade that.
Yesterday when I walked you and Danny G to your car. Beautiful. When I walked you and Danny G.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Anyways, what do you think about that? Would you what's your number? I think we all have a number. I think like the Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, we all have a price.
For
if to work just to live to change. I don't know how much you even like living where you're at. Maybe you love it, maybe you hate it, but what would be your price if
to move
Michigan or somewhere with shitty weather said, Daniel, we want you to do what you're doing there at our college, and we're gonna make you the HCIC, the head chingon in charge. What's your price?
I don't know, Doug, because I always said, oh yeah, I could live anywhere. I could live anywhere, right? But I don't know, Doug. I'm not. I don't know if I could do that, like rural country shit. So it would have to be.
What about weather? Could you live in Oregon where it rains 9 days a week? And could you do that? Or Seattle? Could you do it where it snows like Colorado, where you got to plow the driveway just to get your car out?
Yeah, it would have to be a lot, dog.
What's your price?
I'm used to wearing t-shirts fucking 364 days out of the year. So fuck, I don't know.
Fournier says 5 tickets, 5 big tickets. That's what he says. Which really he's only going to see about 230.
Yeah. So you got to think about that, right?
No, so he'll probably see 2.4 of that.
I mean, that's a gang.
Or maybe even 2.25 if you got the state taxes involved. That also depends on the state.
Yeah.
Are you going somewhere where there's no state taxes?
Go to Texas, right?
I mean, if you want to go live with the
I guess I don't know. I don't know what my number is, dog. It would have to be.
Listen here, cowboy. These parts, we keep us pistol.
Dog, I would say 500 before taxes. So I mean, even if you take that shit in half, 250. I'm good with 250. That'd be nice.
So where you at, Andrew? He said it's 17 degrees right now.
He's in the Northeast, isn't he?
I mean, that's cold. 17 degrees.
Okay, we're saying how much, and this is your take home after taxes. After so all right, so now
take home,
your take home after taxes. I want 500 G's. I want 300.
I could do it for 500. 500. I would uproot my life again and sell my business if you gave me 500 racks, because of 500 racks, if that's your take home and you're smart, you could keep 3 or 4 of it,
and
even if it don't work out after 1 year.
These places that you're talking about, they're not as pricey as like a California or something like that. So 500 and freaking bumfuck fucking Kentucky goes a lot further than it does in fucking Lompoc.
Well, if it's after taxes, you spend about 40,000 to live in that shithole all year.
Yep.
And that includes rent, car payment, food, lap
Yep.
dances, all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. I
But
don't
no,
know.
I
But
would
what's
need,
your
I would,
number? Let us know. Let us know. Fournier is the one that gave us the 5 million. And are you being the 5 million guy, or would a few 100,000 work for you?
so what do you, so that let's add a little depth to this conversation. Hey, Andrew, so what do you do right now at this time of year for like, is there any outdoor activities other than skiing or snowing, or what do you guys do? And I know when I lived in Oregon, I had to get used to barbecuing in the rain and the hail and the wind. It was always hella windy and rainy. And anybody that likes to use charcoal knows it is not easy to light a charcoal grill when it is rainy and windy. And that takes some effort and skill. But if you want to barbecue, you got to figure that shit out. You know what I mean? And you got to be
Throw
able to
some
leave that
Doritos on the bottom, you know?
hey, you got to be able to leave that thing covered too, and no peeking and none of that shit.
No peeking.
But what do you do though? What do you do for fun out there? I mean, is it all indoor? Do you drive to the local pool hall? Because I'm sure there's no putt golf or right. You're not doing the outdoor activities.
Yeah, I doubt that. I doubt that. Being home for winter and out for summer.
No, but what are you doing? Oh, you stay home all winter?
Yeah, dog. He's like a fucking bear.
So Luis is.
160 an hour is like 350 a year. You guys would do it for that.
I
You
wouldn't
don't
do it for
know what
that.
I would do.
I
You don't
wouldn't.
know
Hey,
what I would
Luis.
do for what?
Hey, it is 70 all year round out here, and it rains about 10, 15 days out of the year. I'm not, yeah, it has to be really worth it. And I make scratch.
160 an hour.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
Uh-uh.
But you got to remember, they're putting you somewhere where that you don't even want to be.
Well,
This isn't.
and let me clarify. I wouldn't go through the trouble of trying to sell my business or hiring someone to run it for me for that number. Like if I'm going to do all that because I make good scratch. So if I'm going to give this up where I'm at in a place where I bought a home and I'm paying for that home no problem and chilling, it's got to be like, okay,
I'm
if
with
this does
juice.
because
Fuck it.
because hey, I moved here for another company that didn't work out. So 1 or 2 years go by and it's not a good fit. I'm not just doing that for 300 G's.
Yeah.
I would need it to be able to take care of me for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Juice said he'd do it for Klondike Bar. Um,
Okay.
can you imagine, dog, if you had access to the supply of all the goodies you have?
Right. And you know, and again, and check it out, Luis. I was just telling D, I went and bought a top shelf eighth, 5 minutes for my pad. Chronic, 10 out of 10. Fire, fire, fire. Out the door for $24.
Yeah, Luis said they put me on mine sites in deserted places for less than that. But they didn't say that's where you're gonna be forever. If even if they throw you there for like 6 months at a time or whatever, it's not gonna be. This isn't saying you're uprooting your whole life and you're moving there and putting your kids in new schools and all that shit. All you gotta think about all that shit too. That's all a fucking pain in the ass.
Well, and let me tell you from experience, if you got kids, you better hope that if you're in a trimester system, you're not moving to a school district that has a semester system or vice versa, because I've done that twice and those credits don't add up. At the end, they got to take some fucked up class. So all because you wanted to move for whatever reason, because you're trying to follow your heart.
Yeah. Speaking of trimesters, I'm like in my 12th. So
There you go.
oh yeah. But you know what? I don't even know where did my notes go, Doug? I lost my notes.
Yeah, and then who would give Cavino Rich cookies if I left for 350 a year, bro? That wouldn't be very
uh,
nice.
Dog, I talk all my shit, but I would fucking do it for a lot less than fucking even 350 probably.
I would have to take 500 in my hand, like I said, because right now I got a cool gig, and everyone around here that does what I do, they know how cool of a fucking gig I got. Like, if you want to be in the business that I'm in, I got the best shit right here on the Central Coast. It pays the most, it's easy, it's chill. Like, I'm not giving that up for 300 racks. I can't do that.
I probably would.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, the weather's good, like shit's
Dog, I fucking work
expensive.
in education. I don't make shit. So if they tell me you're gonna go fucking make 300,000 in fucking wherever,
Oh,
I'd be fucking stoked.
sorry, bro.
It's all good. I didn't even catch that. There's a
Yeah,
couple of docu of doc I want to say documents there's a few documentaries that I want to check out. There's one on Milli Vanilli. I think Covino said that it was cool. And then Andrew Fournier says, I thought we were doing a lump sum. Nah, fool, this is your salary.
Yeah, a year. Well, because let's revisit that real quick.
What?
I moved out here to Lompoc for 120.
Mm.
So I was only getting a little over six figures and I moved out here. So yeah, I would. But if you're telling me I'm gonna give you enough money to go live at the beach in the center of California and you can kick it, yeah, but I'm not going to no misery because I can't handle being indoors all winter like that. I can't. I got to go see some bitches. I got to go to the bar. I got to go kick it. I want to go do some fun shit. And it can't all be centered around a fucking ski resort. I mean, that shit's cool. And I'm scared to fly, so I can't always be leaving JFK or one of these airports with the snow and shit all the time because I want to go to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Anyways. Bye, hun. I'm doing it.
There's a new documentary coming out on January 31st that Juice actually says. And, you know, there's another documentary, one on TJ Dillashaw from the UFC.
Okay.
That supposedly is good. I want to check that out too. So yeah, there's some shit to watch, Doug. Or you could watch one of these Hallmark movies that Rich is trying to get Covino to watch.
Yeah.
Did you hear about their bet or whatever that Rich wanted to do?
No, I know he's been trying to get him on Apple TV for a while now.
No, Rich was like, hey, why don't we do a swap where every Thursday we'll have like a list of movies and you can watch what, like, Rich told Covino, I'll give you movies to watch this weekend. You give me movies to watch. And then Covino was like, no, I don't want to do that. And Rich is like, why not? One movie. And then Covino goes, I don't know if I have the attention span for movies I want to watch. So I'm going to have to watch some shit that you're going to give me to watch. And then Rich is like, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm like, fuck no. Killing 2 hours of your life for something that you don't fucking want to watch. What's fun about that? I don't know what's fun about that.
No, I mean, it sounds interesting, but I kind of agree with Covino. Like, yeah, I got a million options. I ain't watched all the shit I want to yet. Why do I want to watch what you want me to watch? But,
exactly, Doug.
But
yeah,
but I'm also chiefed right now, so it kind of sounds like a kind of cool game because I'm kind of in a laid back mind state. So I don't know. I get it.
All right, I'll give you one. You got to watch the movie. It's called the Backstreet Boys Live in on Disney Channel from 1999. Go ahead and watch that, and then you can give me one.
I've been trying to get you to watch basic BMF for a long time.
Doug, that's fucking seasons and seasons of shit. I'm telling you, an hour at the most, hour and a half.
Okay, well. All right. I'll think about it.
That's one stupid idea. Andrew Fournier.
All right, well.
Oh.
I haven't agreed to it yet, Andrew.
Yeah.
I told D I'd think about it.
Yeah. Well, we'll think about it. All right, Jewish sideburns.
Yes.
Dog, the word that I think is fucking hilarious that is making a comeback is the word fatso.
When did they leave?
Dog, they played a clip, but you haven't heard it on like TV and shit in a while. And when they played a clip of some TV show, and there was that big old fat black guy, and he's like, was it Reacher or some shit? And then the fucking white guy comes down and he's like, listen here, fatso. Dog, that made me laugh so hard because to me, it's more insulting than like fat ass. It's funnier than like fucking like, I don't know why fatso is so fucking hilarious. What's your good one?
Well, shout out to Chang-a-Lang. Fucking Chang, he hit the one that he growing up, and not Chang from Save Mart. That's a different Chang. But my buddy Chang, fucking,
you know multiple people named Chang.
Yes, and I don't want to. And what I'm gonna say might not look the best. The real Chang who I got it from, he don't give two shits, and that's kind of why I'm separating the two. But the Chang that is the manager at Save Mart, not a good look for him because he's a nice guy. But he used to always call people fatty. Come on, fatty, get out the way, fatty.
Fat, but see, fatty to me can be a good thing. Like she got a fatty, you're rolling a fatty.
That's different. But if you just call someone fatty, that just means you're a fatty.
I guess, but to me, dog, you can't go wrong with fatso. No, you never said, "Damn, look at that booty on her. She got a fatso on her." Right?
No.
You never said, "Look at dog, I'm rolling a fatso." Right? There's fucking. I'm just saying, you can't. I think maybe that's why it's so funny to me is because you can't fucking go wrong. Like if you're like, you know, stupid bitch pissing me off. She's a fatty. You're like, fatty? Is she a fatty? Or does she got a fatty? Or she got some fatties? But if you're
Shit,
like,
fatso.
fucking bitch is a fatso. Dog, you know exactly what you mean. Oh man,
Hey, bro,
I
your
love it.
socks are high as fuck right now, aren't they?
I guess, dog. Oh,
You got them all the way up today.
it makes me laugh, dog. It's just fucking funny. Did you see Cavino and Rich did a test called "Are They Gay?"
No, I did not.
Or it's called "Am I Gay?" And it was fucking funny because it was like Spot found the of course found the test online, and he was asking them the questions, and it was like, "Do you ever fantasize about having sex with the same sex or some shit?" And
No.
then they were like, "No." And then it was like, have you ever looked at your friends of the same sex and more than a friendship or some shit? And they were like,
No.
this is fucking stupid.
It
And then
is.
they were like, it should have been one question. Hey, are you fucking gay? Yes or no?
Well,
Right?
you
Or do,
did the two questions you just asked me, in my opinion, IMO. If you answered yes to either one of those, you don't even need to ask the question.
exactly. Well, that's why they're saying it was like a 10-15 question
You would
survey.
know.
Doug, you fucking by question two, you can tap out and close the browser. You should know,
Right.
right?
Right.
And it said at the end of the test, it said you're probably straight. And I was like, what? Doug, are people thinking that far where they got to go on and take a test? It's like either you dig people of the same sex or you don't. It's like, I mean, there to me, it's not really, I don't know, it's not really that big of a deal, right?
No.
where
Do what you
you got
got
to
to do.
go,
But
where you got to go and take a test and try and figure it out.
if at any point, though, you want to give them your wiener or want them to touch yours, you got your answer.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
simple. It's simple. There's no in between. If you want to touch their wiener or in some way you want them to touch yours, you got your answer.
If you're ever watching Smut and you catch yourself glancing at him instead of her, you
Yeah.
might be gay. All
I,
right.
that should be what they were. That's the test they should have been taking.
Dog, I got to tell you real quick. Or you know what? You got another clip?
I think I do, but what do you got?
I just have, dog. You remember you were bringing up snitches in sports the other day?
Yes.
Well, dog, I was behind a lady at Walmart the other day, and it
Okay.
was some old fucking Karen, right? This bitch was like, okay, so we're usually the way it's always worked for me. I don't know if it works like that wherever you are, wherever you guys are that are listening, but if you're at Walmart and you have shit and you're walking out of the store, if you have something that's not in a bag, like a big ass thing of diapers or some shit, they check your receipt. Okay, I see that
They
thing that's
do.
not in a bag. They check your receipt and you keep going. Doug, so I'm walking and I had these pillows. I bought like 4 pillows, right? So they weren't in bags, so they're fucking big. So I started getting my receipt because I know the routine. Doug, the lady in front of me threw such a fit when they asked her for her fucking receipt that there was these other people walking by, and she goes, "Did you ask them? Did you ask them?" And she was like, "You should stop them. You should stop them." Right? And it was this like Mexican lady and her daughter.
Okay.
And I was like, "Hey, maybe they don't have shit. I mean, it's fucking. We don't know her fucking job, right?" And actually, the lady told me because she was like, you should check them, or whatever. And I was like, fuck, what a bitch, you know? So then like they walked off and I told the lady, it was some little Mexican lady. She goes, she thinks she my boss. And I go, she's your boss? She goes, no, but she thinks she is. And I go, oh yeah. I know. I go, whatever, you know. She goes, she don't know my job. She don't know why I asked. And I go, exactly. That's right, lady. That's right, Socorro. You know, I was like, you fucking do it. And because I was like, Doug, what does it take? Oh, 5 fucking seconds. Here's the sheet. All right, cool. Check. All right, out. Instead, you're gonna fucking start pointing out other
You know
people that
why?
she didn't stop. What a fucking bitch.
That's insecure people that do that because they're making someone else's job about them. And it's like for me, not that I don't pick and choose, I just pick and choose. But harassing the fucking minimum wage to $1 or $2 above it person at the fucking door of Walmart doing their job because you don't want to show your receipt. Like, we have the option here. You can print it, you can text it, you can text or print. I print it every time. You know why? Because in my mind, I know the quickest way I'm going to get through that fucking door is to not even let them ask, to have my shit ready and let them mark it off, and I'm going about my fucking business. Why even fuck
Hey, you know
around?
what?
Like, why fuck around? Just give them the fucking receipt. It's part of the process. Don't fight it. That's the thing. The Walmart issue is what you're choosing to be an asshole about in life. Not me.
You know what? I have speaking of okay, so we talked about assholes, right? I'm
And
gonna
the
actually do
hair
you guys
around
a
them.
favor. If
We
you
also
guys
talked
shop
about
at
the hair around them.
we did we a lot of asshole talk today, dog. So if you like using Apple Pay, right? But Walmart doesn't offer Apple Pay, at least where I'm at, there's a fucking workaround. Do you know the workaround?
Pay with something else.
No?
What?
No. Well, that was the best answer, dog, right? But if you like using Apple Pay
Or don't
and
go
you
to fucking
fucking
Walmart.
they don't, well, this here, let me show you a workaround. If you're not going to
Okay.
be, if you're shopping and whatever,
Any
one
relation
thing,
to a reach around?
one thing you could do, Doug, is when you go to pay, I don't know if you've ever paid attention to the little screen that Walmart has, but it'll have a QR code right there, right?
Yeah.
And so it'll say like "Welcome to Walmart," and there's like a QR code.
I've seen those.
I never knew what that was. So what happens is when you walk up to the counter, they scan all your shit. If you pull out your Walmart app, just the app that you have, if you have a card linked to it, you just scan it, boop, and then they give you a fucking digital receipt. They could print it for you, whatever the fuck, and you're out.
There you go.
I love that shit, dog. It's dope. So and it was actually one of the workers that told me because it was around Christmas. I was getting a bike for my daughter, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, I wanted to pay with Apple Pay, and he was like, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, we don't have it, but this is what you do." And so because I had the app already, because I was showing him on the app, I'm like, "Fucking right
You
here's the
have
app."
to.
And so he was like, "Oh," he goes, "Check this shit out." Boom, 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 dog. That's how I fucking shop at Walmart now. I use my Apple Pay. Boop.
Well,
Nice.
not only that, you don't got to talk to none of these fucking these employees that don't give a shit about you anyways. If you want something, you got the app. Oh, store mode, boop. Oh, aisle HK, bay 4, shelf 3, and now you know where your shit's at.
Yeah, it's so dope, dog. I fuck with the Walmart app a lot. I'm like A19. Fuck, I was on A16. I knew I was close, you know?
Yep. No, I fuck with it too. I didn't know you could do that, but no, I like Walmart. The one here, we got like 24, maybe 30 self-checkouts. Like in the middle of the store, there's 4 regular check stands, and I think there's like 12 to 14 to 16 each divided on each side of that as self-checkouts. I
Do
don't
you
ever wait in line.
do you guys have any of those neighborhood Walmarts where you're at?
Yeah, I got 2 of
So
them on my business. There's 2 of them over there.
the one we have one right here at the pad, and they only have self-checkout. They don't even have employees checking you out, dog. They only have self-checkout.
They only have the person at the door checking the receipt, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. And the mean white lady that walks by her.
Yeah, no, I dig it. I dig it 100%. And you know what? And again, because I dig it, I don't know. And every store's different. You know what? I'll tell you one thing. If you have that fucker ready to go when you walk up, you ain't gonna have an issue,
Exactly.
regardless of that person or that store or anybody's policy. Then you understand that you might get asked potentially. It's not
Yeah.
an ego fucking thing. It's not just a you thing. Just fucking have that thing ready and shove
Yeah.
it in their face and let them fucking Sharpie it and get out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's probably the same person that throws a fit when they fucking do a line on your 100, right?
Right.
To fucking check it or whatever.
Right. Fuck it. And if your
Oh,
shit's real, who cares?
yeah, exactly. Right.
Because I'll tell you this much. If you do it and it's still bunk, it's not on you because you did your thing. If you don't do it and someone finds out it came from your till, it's a bad look. What's
Dog,
up, Keto 50?
did you see who joined us? Our
I
last
did.
guest, Keto 50 that joined
What
us.
up?
Our last guest. If you haven't watched it, it's episode like 216 or some shit. Go look. It's actually one of the last videos on our YouTube, unless I made it unlisted. I don't know. Anyway, I'll put it on the Patreon just for fucking Keto showing up. I'll throw that bitch on the Patreon as a free episode, which all of our shit's free. But I'm saying right now, I think it's unlisted on YouTube. So I'll make that shit visible.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Keto, the other day, Cavino gave you a shout out. He was talking about when they were talking about eating and shit, Cavino brought up you and how much that you actually how much that you dig the keto lifestyle and how you live it and you vouch for it and all that shit. And it was really cool.
Bro, the robot cars. Yeah, I seen them.
He took it away, dog. I don't know
did.
why.
I already said
But,
it, though. Yeah, I seen the
we
robot
already
cars.
read it, Luis. I
Yeah,
don't know
we
what
seen
you're
it.
trying to do right here, dog. We read it. We passed fucking second grade reading, dog. We fucking read that shit.
Hey, don't feel bad. I did that to Spot the other day. I sent him a message, and then when I did on one, I was making fun of Rich or saying something about Rich. But instead of a smiley face at the end of it, I put the puke face on accident, and I barely seen it after I sent it, so I deleted it. But he had already read it, so don't feel bad.
Oh man.
That's a good one though, right?
Oh yeah, I actually Juice. I told Al Kukui about that. So they were talking about vatos and some short vato in Buffalo Wild Wings trying to start shit or whatever. And then Cavino was like, oh, he's like, have you seen Daniel Javier Fitz? He was like, he's a big vato, or he's like, what did he say? He's 6'2" or some shit. And then Rich goes, tall or wide? And Cavino goes, fuck both. So I heard that, but you know what? He did come back afterward when I told him what an adios motherfucker was. He said I had all the fucking answers, so I'll take it.
Hey, he just being rich. Rich is just being rich.
Yeah. No, but as much shit as we give Rich, I fucking if I was to be a bitch about him fucking making a joke, what does that make me? You know what I'm saying? We fucking talk all kinds of shit and we know it's in good fun. Him
Yes.
making his jokes, I know they're in good fun. So fucking who cares, you know?
Yep, no, for sure. Griselda. You see Keto's post?
No, I didn't. What happened?
I didn't see it either, and that's why I was asking.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen it, but I forgot the Netflix show should be premiering already, right? You said January whenever we talked to you.
I'm gonna look right now.
Mm-hmm. Fat. I'm looking at my notes. Oh, Fatso is hilarious. Movie
Fatso.
exchange.
I like Fatty better.
I like Fatso. Oh, all right. Let me see. Mind blowing. Multi-factor. The 25th. Juice already beat you to it, dog.
Damn, I
And
see it
Juice
though.
is on a delay. So think about that. Let that sink in. Juice is on it, dog.
Well, I'm gonna remind me right now. I but hey, Juice, but that's got me a reminder.
Yeah. Does Juice have a reminder? I
Have
don't
you
think
reminded
so.
yourself yet?
Does money buy happiness? I have a question for you.
No. No, it does not. It absolutely does not. Happiness, like being truly unhappy has to do with more than just bad luck. It has to do with a lot with guilt and poor decision making or tragedy that you are unable to forgive yourself for, even if it's not even your fault. There's a lot of layers to truly being unhappy. And I think you got to work that self. You have to work those things out with yourself before you can be truly happy. I don't think anything outside of that can cure it.
I'll give you my answer. I don't know because I've never had a lot of money. So give me a lot of money and I'll be able to tell you. There's a country song that explains it. And he's like, money, what does he say? Money don't buy happiness, some shit. He said, but it could buy me a truck. It can buy me, or it
You know
could
what
buy
it
me a
is?
boat. It can buy me a truck to pull it.
You know what it is, bro? It's and I'm not gonna, say who it is or whatnot, but I know them. It'll distract you. The
The money
next
or the boat?
purchase, the money helps distract you from what it is you're going through or whatever it is you're unhappy about.
Oh, I feel
Because you
you.
go from one purchase to the next purchase to the next purchase, and like you're distracting to the next trip to trying the next restaurant. Like you're distracting yourself because you're just not dealing with your problems.
You know what, dog? No. Oh, you know what, Luis? Did you talk about the Cat Williams stuff? Only the fucking last 2 weeks.
Oh, he's at 50 million views now.
Yeah, or yeah, you were giving me the stats yesterday, right?
Yep. He's over 50 million views.
But what's your take on it, Luis? You want to fucking hey chime in, call El Kukui, fucking we'll fucking patch it in.
I'll patch you in. I just
Who the fuck's
you know,
Chris Jansen?
Chris Hansen used to play, was the kicker for the Lions for a while.
Chris Jansen?
No, I don't know. Google it.
I don't know. Chris Hansen was the fucking one that would be like, hey, have a seat, right?
I knew Chris Henson. He used to drive a squareback.
Oh, I knew Jim Henson. He was
Yeah,
my favorite creator when I was a kid.
He has some pretty cool puppets.
When you're what is the song? When you're feeling kind of weird and your best friend ain't there yet or some shit.
That was when you're feeling kind of weird. That's when you take the food out your beard.
I thought it said when you're feeling kind of queer and your best friend has a derriere. Or how's it go? That's how
when you're feeling like you ate it, it's because you were truncated.
When she wants it in her ear. I don't know.
When you like your friend, that's when you know you're.
Yeah.
All right. So I got another clip.
Let's see.
All right. And again, a couple people joined. The reason I'm playing
I feel like a jackass.
What?
It could buy me a boat. It can buy me a truck to pull it. That's the guy who sings it.
Who's that?
That Chris Jensen guy.
Oh, Chris Jansen's.
Yeah, he is salty, but he's funny as fuck.
Oh, he is.
I bet he's like 85% accurate. 100%, dog. Cat Williams is fucking hilarious.
Totally agree. My only reservation, because I don't even want to say that he's right or he's wrong or I've judged him or I haven't. It just the only reservation is all the details that he put out about all different kind of people. And even if he was to give off that same message, could he have did it with less detail and information? And what's the backlash? And then here's the real question that none of us will ever know because we're not in that comedy circle. We don't know if this is how they shamelessly promote each other. We don't really know any of it. We just know what we think and what we see and the opinions we see all over social media. They could have been in on it together. You never know. You never know what's going on. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I mean, we just don't know. We don't know.
They got people talking 100%. You're right.
I just don't know if I would have gave all those details and all that shit. I don't know, man. That's the attention you get from that, and then potentially people come for you. I don't know if it's worth it. But yeah, you're right. He's probably right. 85% accurate. He is funny as fuck. And I still fuck with Cat. Did you hear that he just was talking to Suge Knight?
Nah, about what?
And he did a Ludacris diss song saying Ludacris slept with Quincy Jones.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Nah. That's some news to me.
On the algae. You got to get your algae.
Make that a TikTok, dog. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. No, well, we can always find it. I got my TikTok pulled up. Would you like me to find it?
If you're going to share the screen and audio, hell yeah, let's do it. We were going to do that last week, weren't we?
Yeah, I can't do that.
Oh, you were so confident too, dog. I thought you were.
Yeah, no, because I'll have to disconnect. Yeah, I don't know. What do you got on your list? Let me see what I can do.
What I got on my list as far as what? I forgot what I even said, dog.
Do you have any lists? Any topics? Cavino Rich?
Oh, let me see. Clearasil, Jewish sideburns, staying on track and saying no to wings. Would you pay for the Super Bowl? I think, Doug, I hit most of my shit.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out. Give me 1 second.
All right. While you're doing that, I'll play some background music.
All right, cool.
All right, here we go. You like my background music?
I do.
All right.
Let's see.
Not yet.
All right, let's see. I think so.
Start burning, start burning, start burning, start burning.
Are you able to share it though?
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I can't pause this shit. Stopped and screwed, dog.
Oh, it's saying it wants me to upgrade to do it.
They're trying to have you upgrade.
Yeah, we ain't doing all that.
Dog, ain't that some shit? Always trying to catch you fucking slipping, huh?
Anyways, yeah, that's what he was saying though. He was saying he made a rap song and he was on Suge Knight because you know Suge Knight has that Collect Call podcast from prison.
He does? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and so Cat Williams was on it, and they were talking about Ludacris, and he previewed a diss song that he made for Luda, and he alluded to the fact that he was bisexual.
He alluded. I see what you did there.
But well, Luda did that. He said, "I've never been a Luda Illuminati, only Luda naughty."
Ah,
so I had to take a steal a little bar from him.
I'm just happy that Ludacris grew his hair back. Fade Ludacris, I didn't fuck with. Braided Ludacris, I fuck with.
I know one thing though. All the people he brought up, I'll listen, but I'm not going to really form opinions because we just don't know how much of this shit is. You know, we don't know enough. So
hey, I'll be real. And when I was watching it, I feel the same way. Like I'm not going to change my opinion on people or whatever because we know it's probably some or a lot of it's bullshit. But I'm not gonna lie. I was watching that shit like this. Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, who? In whose butt? Oh, dang. Can you imagine if that shit's true? Duh, I'll be honest, that's how I did it.
Hey, since you were being real, can you play Hits from the Bong?
I don't know. Where is that a song or what?
Be Real. He's in Cypress Hill. Hits from the Bong.
I could play it, but I gotta look for it, dog. I don't have it on fucking on hand. Like,
all right. Well, here's what else I got. I got a couple things too.
All right.
On Smut they said rate yourself, and did you hear that? Nicole rated herself at 8.5.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is Nicole an 8.5?
She's an 8.
You know what?
Only because I'm taking everything into consideration. She sounds easygoing. She doesn't sound like she's up your ass. You know, she's attractive. She's not like I don't think she's like a 10, but she's attractive. She makes good money. So I think you take all that into account. I think she's an 8. She's a solid 8.
I'm gonna give her 8.5. You know why? Just because she works for it. She has a great job. She gets to see fucking cool people and she gets benefits and tickets and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know, she is attractive. I don't know if she's necessarily my type, but I mean, if we were at a bar and we were faded and she starts hitting on me, I mean, I'm gonna take care of what I gotta take care of. So I mean, she's attractive for sure.
Yeah, you might suck a fart out of her butthole, you know? You
never know. I wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
But I might peel back the sideburn you were talking about. No, she probably don't have a sideburn there.
I think she does, dog. She looks like if she don't take care of herself, she's hairy. But I think she does take care of herself pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Well, fucking and I got another thing I'm going to tell you too.
Huh.
I think for the most part, unless I'm going into an event or to watch the actual game, I don't know if I want to wear sports shit in public no more.
Really? You're wearing a fucking Dodgers hat right now.
I know, but guess what's going to happen if I go to the liquor store? I go to Applebee's to have a beer, or I go fucking anywhere where I'm hanging out, or I go to the dispensary lounge.
People are going to start shit with you or what?
No, not start shit. It's a topic of conversation
that you don't want to have.
It's an easy way for people to start a topic of conversation. And if I'm all blazed and shit, and I'm just trying to go get some munchies or some snacks and shit, I'm just walking in and shit, trying to mind my own business, stay in my lane, get in and out. I don't want to have a conversation. I didn't come here to talk about the fucking Dodgers. I came here to get munchies and go home.
Well, what are you going to do with your Raiders fucking leather jacket?
You wear it to the Raider game.
Yeah, okay. That's a good point.
You know, because you're in that mode. So the whole way there, the whole way back, travel time and all that.
You're ready to talk about it, huh?
Yeah, you're good, but I just, you know what? I wore my shit to Jasper's the other night when Stickman was here, and fucking chick wants to talk about the Cowboy versus Raider rivalry, and I'm like, listen, I'm higher than 10 ladders, and I don't hate the Cowboys. So you're really talking to yourself right now, right? I don't dislike your team, so we don't even play each other, but in the preseason, like, get the fuck out of here. Let me drink my beer.
Yeah.
And it bothered me, like it bothered my time because I'm in there. That's my time. I'm not in there to talk about your fucking Cowgirls and whatever the last Raider fan pissed you off because I got a Raider hat on.
Dog, you know what I started doing? It's probably bad promotion, but 90% of the time I'm wearing a fucking after show shirt, right? 90% of my life, right? Unless I'm at work, I probably other than that, I'm wearing one. And people have asked me, "Oh, hey, what's that shit about?" Right? Like what's this shirt or whatever. And I went from, "Oh, it's my podcast, me and my homie do it, this and this." Dog, that's a whole lot of explaining. You know what I say now?
What?
Oh, it's a podcast that I dig. And then if they want to fucking check it out, they can check it out. And if they don't, fucking who cares? But I'm just like having that same conversation 50 million times. And
Right.
then, oh yeah, I thought about doing a podcast, like shut the fuck up. Then do it, you fucking pussy. Do it or don't,
Well,
but
and think about it like this too. Real sports fans can feel me on this. There are levels to being a sports fan.
mhm.
Okay. There are levels. And when this broad came up to me and shit, and I told her, I said, your team, they call your team America's team. America's team. There's way more Raider fans than Cowboy fans, blah, blah. I said, okay, check it out. Mike McCarthy's your coach. Dak Prescott's your quarterback. Fucking number 7, I can't think of his name right now, but he's hella dope, plays on defense. You got CD Lamb. You got fucking Tony Pollard. Name some Raiders. Name our coach. You can't. So why are you over here fucking with me? Like, there's also levels. Like, you don't want to talk sports with someone that doesn't even know sports.
Yeah, no,
If we're gonna
100%.
have this conversation, you got to at least a little bit know what's going on. You can't just fucking have like your ex-boyfriend was a Raider fan and now you're mad and you want to come argue with me at the bar because I'm wearing a Raider hat and I'm more handsome than he was.
Yeah. Have to show but later.
I'm just saying.
Do you have anything else, dog? I'm out of topics. I mean, I'm sure we could sit here and bullshit all night, but I don't have anything else.
I do.
What's up?
Um,
What's up?
Rich, his Pismo Beach in fucking San Luis Obispo. Check it out. If you're listening, Dickie Doo, next time you got to go to the Sea Venture. They got the shit. If you're trying to be a baller on a budget, you got to go to Giovanni's in Morro Bay. You can buy whole crabs for like $23. They crack them for you. They got oysters, all that shit. And like I
You
said, you
can
got
get
it.
crabs for less than that.
You can, but if you don't have pubes, you can't. And so if you're not gonna go get a themed suite at the Madonna, like the Caveman or any, because they got all kind of shit. They got like 100 different themed rooms. If you guys are all cheap and you want something to do, go to the Madonna in San Luis Obispo.com and check out their themed rooms. They're hella badass. But then you got to go to the Sea Venture. The Sea Venture is steps from the Pismo Pier, just steps. You're on the beach. And
Mhm.
this fucking place has jacuzzis on the deck where you could overlook the water in the sunset. They got fireplace is in every room, and they got feather beds. I try to stay at that place 4 or 5 nights a year. It's dope. They got a third story or a third floor restaurant. They got all kind of shit. Back in the day, hey, early 2000s, they used to have a vending machine with pornos in it, DVDs, and you had the DVD player in your
That's
room,
so funny.
and you had to rent the share. It was like $15.99 or something, but I wouldn't know. But that's what I heard.
How fucking weird was back in the day? You had to go to a vending machine to get a porno.
It was at the end of the floor by the candy machine, and they had like DVDs, and you had to
You're
rent
like,
with
I'm
your
just getting
credit
some
card.
M&Ms and fucking gash galore too.
Yeah, you're like fucking Cumfest 2001.
Yeah, I think yours was a fake porno.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
uh,
Um, so what gum did you prefer? The guys had a gum conversation. I like their gum conversation. Did you hear it?
I prefer, yeah. Cavino said that he used to always have his breath smell like Big Red when he was gonna make out with a chick, right? And that is some shit that I agree with that as far
Yes.
as that shit will kick any stink breath or whatever the fuck you have going on.
For the first 25 seconds or 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, but that's why you got to have a big old supply of that shit.
Yeah.
However, if it's just for me to enjoy, I want like a wintergreen or a spearmint.
I
But if
like
I'm gonna
double mint. I like
double
juicy
mint,
fruit. I like
there we
spearmint.
go.
I like the 4 core Wrigley's. I like them all.
Hell yeah.
Green,
then,
red, yellow, white. It was on.
But if I know real quick, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know how I'm doing, and I need to talk to somebody or I'll be close to somebody. Throwing a fucking big red, you're good for at least 45 seconds.
Yep. So what about a fucking Mentos? Suck on a couple Mentos, chew one, and keep one underneath your tongue.
Dog, I still fuck with Altoids. I always have them in my bag. That's a nice little fucking quick little you know, especially if you get the cinnamon ones. It's always the cinnamon shit, dog, that's strong as fuck.
I got the best gum ever. They didn't bring up. And I don't know if it was the best gum or not, but it was hella fun. I don't know why. Gum? Actually, it wasn't the best gum ever, but for whatever reason, I got hella excited when I chewed it.
Fruit stripe.
Nope.
Huh. Let me see. Hold on. Let me guess.
All right, go for it. Anyone can guess. Anyone can guess.
Trident.
Nope. Mine's complicated. I don't think I got $100 that no one's gonna guess it. If you can guess what I'm gonna say right now, I'll cash app you, Apple Pay, Venmo, whatever, right now. $100. Go.
That black licorice one.
And you know what? Hold on. Before we do this,
yeah,
I'm gonna write it down. That way
so we know that you're telling the truth. Okay.
I
like that. I like that. Man of his word right here. What is he writing down? It looked like that was a W. Ripley's.
No, watch this. Say? No one's gonna get it. But
okay.
Hold on. So look, I'm just gonna hold it behind my hat.
All right. Let me see. Let me get it into Kukui. He had to dig this shit when he was little. He played soccer and he was a thug. Wait, what's the question again, Juice? What is or was El Kukui's favorite gum? Growing up. So we got to think of El Kukui.
Nope.
All right. Bazooka Joe.
I did like Bazooka Joe, but that wasn't it.
The little nasty ones that came in a yellow wrapper that had twists at the ends that were blue.
And we're gonna start as a timer for 20 seconds. We're gonna go 20 seconds. Nope.
Bazooka Joe. The one that was in the middle of a Tootsie Roll?
Nope.
What? I don't know of any more gum, Doug. I give up. I can't think of any more gum.
You just want me to come out and say it?
Let's give a few seconds for the delay.
You have 5 seconds.
All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. What is it? What is it?
I'm just gonna let you read the note. Oh, you can't see it.
No, it disappears, dog.
Fuck. That wouldn't have worked, even if you guys did catch it. It
the
was
beeper one.
Nope, it was the Topps baseball card gum.
Dog, I was close. I was gonna say the one that came into the Cracker Jacks.
Remember, that was close. And the cigarettes were tight too. Yeah, cigarettes were tight too, Juice. But no, the Topps baseball cards, because usually I was getting a good card and I was trying to sell my shit back to the card shop.
Dog, I didn't tell you when we were in Virginia. Me and my daughter got in trouble with my wife because we were standing by the car. We were standing by the car going like this, making it look like we were smoking.
All right.
Well, dog, my wife got pissed.
Good for her. She's right. She's right on that one, guy.
As you're fucking smoking. As the guy smoking.
I'm not encouraging a 7-year-old to do it with me.
I was encouraging her to be funny. All right. That's what I was encouraging her. Dog, you know what?
Yes.
Fuck.
What?
Let me see if I can pull it on my fucking watch real quick.
And Bones Jones wants to make an appearance. Shout out Bones Jones. He wants to make an appearance
coming up
one of these next shows. Yeah.
Let me see this shit real quick, dog. What's today? What's today's date? 17th?
Yep.
Let me see. Oh, this when me and Kennedy were rapping.
Ooh.
No, there was another recording I had. Oh fuck. But Kennedy, she was like, she's all, that's whack, dog. She was last night. And I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, what did she say? She was saying all kinds of shit, dog, but it sounded like she was kicking it with us. So anyway,
you want to hear something crazy?
Let me hear.
Off of Juice's comment, Tip Dog's next door. He's over here in his room, but I could get him to vouch like Rich. Sarah!
Yeah.
Tip Dog! dog. But I'm not
For
going
what?
to do it. I'm just not
For
going to
what?
do
Your
it.
favorite gum or what?
No, he said the cigarette ones. You know what we did in like 5th and 6th grade? We used to have to go to church, and we took like NA beer and then the cigarettes to church, bro.
And you chewed them like you were fucking smoking or what?
Yeah, we had the fake guy. I mean, the fake beers. I forgot what it was. It wasn't O'Doul's. It was a different fake beer. But we used to take that shit to church, dude, and they would be pissed. But it was no alcohol. And at that time, I don't know like if they made a new law because at that point you could buy the fake beer if you were under 21.
Yeah.
But that was the late 80s, so who
Yeah.
knows?
Even I think like in the fucking early 90s or whatever, because I remember my friend said he drank his dad's old duels because he thought they were real beers,
Uh-huh.
and we were in like 2nd grade.
Really?
So yeah. Or no,
I,
never mind. Then he didn't buy them. If he took his dad's.
well, I know this. Me and Rude Doggy Dog, fucking Rudy, shout out Rudy. Fucking in 6th grade, I stole a couple of my dad's Marlboro Reds, and we went out on the side of the house and tried to race smoking it. Boy, I got sicker than shit.
And RIP to the Rudy that me and Luis went to high school with. But anyway, dog, fuck it. I think that's it. You have anything else?
That's a wrap.
After show, but later, we will see you guys in episode number 226.
Damn it.
We still actually need to put episode number 224 up. I could put that up tomorrow. 225 will go up Sunday. We will see you guys in episode number 226.
Thank you
Hit
for
us
everybody
up
joining
on
in.
social media at AfterShowBL. That's where Juice found us. That's where Keto found us. That's where Kukui found the shit he's part of now. So go find Peak. Oh, I think he means peace. After show, but later, we'll see you guys in episode number 226.
Peace.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the flavor. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning.
Doug, you know who in the chat that I can't fucking stand?
Who?
Oh, I'll just fucking around. If you guys fucking stay tuned for that, you got that one, right?
See? Peace out, Cub Scout.
All right. We'll see you guys